Hi everyone, I just got in the mail my new urethane belts for my bandsaw. I can get rid of the old ones and throw those away. Let me show you how I'm putting them on, and I got a couple of tips that I want to share with you that most people don't talk about. Hi everyone, if this is the first time to my channel, welcome and I appreciate you stopping by, and I'm glad that you found me. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to hit the bell next to it, which will give you the notifications on each time that I upload a video. As most of you know by now, I'm uploading videos several times a week, and you don't want to miss out. So go ahead and subscribe, hit the little bell, and you won't miss out on anything at all. Oh, happy day. My parts came in today. I got the new urethane belts, and it came with instructions on how to be able to put them on. The other thing it came with is this little tool, which is real simple. It's just a dowel rod with a nail in it and a piece of hard plastic. And this will make it easier to be able to put the new tires on. And here are the new tires themselves. There we go. And this is what we're going to be putting them on. Now the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to heat up some water to about 120 degrees and let these soak for about 5 or 10 minutes so they get a little bit more pliable. While that's taking place, I'm going to go ahead and clean up the wheels and get ready to install these. One of the things that I want to do is go around and get these wheels completely clean. And what I've found on here is just some old deposits of sawdust that have just stuck on really hard, and it almost acts like it's part of the wheel. And I want to be able to get that off where it's nice and smooth again. It doesn't take much, but that will do it. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and clean as much of this out as I can. I'm going to install these new urethane tires with these wheels still on. I do not intend on taking these off. I completely cleaned the inside with the toothbrush, vacuuming everything out to make it look almost totally brand new. Okay, the new tires have been soaking in the hot water now for about 10 minutes, and I'm ready to go ahead and start putting them on. And I want to do this without taking the wheels off. There's two guards here that I have to be able to work around to be able to get the belts in. Once that's done, it should go pretty easy. I've got it through the first guard at the bottom now, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a clamp on to be able to hold it in place. My original plan was to be able to use 2 clamps to be able to hold it in place, while I go ahead and use the tool to put it in. This next area proved to be a little bit more difficult to be able to slip it around that guard. This is where I put in the second clamp to be able to hold it in place. This was my original plan. Now I have a third clamp off to the side in case I need it, and you'll see in just a moment I'm definitely going to need that third clamp. These belts are tight. Okay, and it really helps to have them in the hot water, because it would never have worked without that. You can see where it still slipped right off, and this is where I'm going to have to put in that third clamp to be able to keep that one in position. Of course, it doesn't help bump the camera when you're doing this. Now this is in real time. I didn't want to speed this up. I wanted to be able to show you exactly how it goes on and the steps and a little bit of the difficulties along the way. Doing it with the wheel in place also makes it where the tool that they provide will hit the back of the machine from various times, so you have to be able to maneuver it so that it will roll smoothly and get that tire in place. So with a little bit of work and a little bit of maneuvering there, it's going to go ahead and slip on. Almost have it at this point. I'm trying to get it centered at the same time on the wheel. And sometimes I wish I had a third hand, but I don't, so I got to make it do with just the two. So there we go. We've got it in place. And now I'm going to go ahead and make sure that it's in the groove on the wheel. Now I'll get rid of the clamps. Now here's the important step. You've just stretched the belt significantly. You want to be able to take the tool and run all the way around the wheel a couple of different times. It does two purposes. One, it allows you to make sure that the tire is exactly centered on the wheel, but it also, and probably more importantly, helps it evenly stretch the new tire so that there's not thick and thin spots. And that's what I'm doing now to make sure that everything is centered, that I've got it stretched properly, and I'm going to inspect it all the way around so when I'm done, this wheel will be completely finished. The next thing that you have to do is before you put the blade on, let this new tire cool. If you don't let it cool, you can cause problems when you put tension on the new blade. And you don't want to damage the new tire that you just put on. So here I am inspecting it the final time. It's all 100% ready to go. Okay, I finished letting the new tires cool and put on the new blade. I'm using an 1/8 inch blade and testing it before I get everything buckled up. And I gotta tell you, this is fantastic. Smoother and quieter. I now have the saw put back together and it looks better than it did when it was new. Also cleaned and painted the work table so it looked brand new as well. Okay, the saw is completely done. In a brief history, this saw was passed down from my father to me, and now I'm passing it on to my son.